Welcome back, folks, and we are off to Kohimarama today, just a stone throws away from Mission Bay here in Auckland, and we are about to attend the Retro Event Volume 2. Yes, this is the second Retro Event to happen here in Auckland. Last year was a banger, and this year is promising to even be bigger and better as we pull up to the stadium here at Barfoot and Thompson Stadium. We pull up, there's plenty of car parks, and as you can see, the day was awesome. Beautiful sun out. As you walk into the front gates, you got all the food trucks there, burgers, chips, coffee if you wanted to, smoothies, ice cream, drinks, everything that you needed to keep yourself well fed, hydrated and happy. And as you walk into the front counter, you're greeted by the lovely smiles of the Retro Event staff. It's only $7 just to get in, and the best thing about Retro Event, they put out this floor plan in Lego form. That's where I am on number 25, and that's where I'm going for my first table, on table 1. And just as I walked in, I was pleasantly surprised to run into the man himself, Errol the Retro King. This is his baby, and this is going to be an awesome show. On the agenda, first on the list is Respect Retro Games, and there were retro games. As you can see, there were Atari games. All other formats were in there. PlayStation. We had PlayStation 1, 2, Xbox. Very popular in this first round. It was even hard to get in next to the table, and being out here, you run into awesome mates like Ed, who's an awesome Star Wars expert and a good mate of mine. Great catching up with Ed, and you'll see him later as we get into the next table here. It's not only just toys or collectibles. They had everything in regards to gaming, and it could be cards, even little knickknacks that may have. There's this, and Xbox controllers were available. Board games, not only board games, but also VHS tapes for all of you who still have a VHS player there. Plenty of VHS tapes, and there were awesome deals to be made. As you can see, look how popular it is. A lot of people had turned up, and like I said, it was just trying to squeeze your way in just to have a look at things. Plushies were available, and like I said, there you go. Board games were there, old school board games, new ones, and a lot of action figures to boot. A lot of anime type action figures were also available. Anything you were looking for, there was a good chance you were gonna find it here. There's a lot of awesome goodness that's there. Little game pieces that you can also get and paint up yourself. Transformers, even like Figma type figures were available. So everything was there. There was just a whole ton of things. You can have them in boxes, mint on card, mint in box, and also loose too. So this is Attic Treasures. Attic Treasures was awesome too. They had a lot of vintage Kinder Surprise toys, McDonald's Happy Meal toys, KFC meal toy sets. So if you grew up having all these little toys from these fast food restaurants, then this is the place to come and pick them all up. And just in the corner here was Dave Thompson and Brother Sister. Brother Sister is the live band that was here today, and they were selling all their merch. They had a lot of things, just like DVD sets. They had action figures. Also trying to sell me Darth Vader selfie stick. and a lot of them were either figures were loose, some were still in its packages, and so they had a lot of awesome variety also. And they actually performed from their corner, so they had all their band equipment all at the back of the table, and they did a few sets throughout the day, and they were awesome. That's Brother Sister. Check them out. And here we go, as we start on the side wall going back down to the bottom is Retrospace. Retrospace has a store out in Takapuna, and if you haven't been there, I recommend you go out there and have a look. They have a whole ton of awesome things. They're probably like the ones who import the Doctor Who stuff, so if you love Doctor Who, they've got a lot of that in their store. A lot of McFarlane, as you can see here. They've also got tubs of loose figures, tubs of figures that are actually still in box and on card. So anything that you may want to get, have a look at Retrospace. The board games, and here's the man, Craig Byrne. Craig Byrne is the retro event guest, and he's the special guest. Awesome guy, and one of our admins for the New Zealand action figure collectors page. And so this is Retrospace. Have a good look. They had a lot of Black Series, Star Wars Black Series figures, a lot of Marvel Legends. So there you go. Comics. Three 3/4 Star Wars. That's that Bluetooth Darth Vader helmet. I think it's a Bluetooth speaker. So Care Bears. And here we have Rochelle. Rochelle's the boss here at Retrospace. You'll bump into her when you go into the store in Takapuna, so say hi to Rochelle when you go in to see. And they've always got some great deals going on at Retrospace. They are contactable in regard. They are on Facebook, and you can also look them up on, just Google them actually, and the store will come up. So you can purchase things online with them, and as you can see, it's just a whole ton of Masters of the Universe. So Retrospace, they pretty much came strong and heavy this year. So I think they had like 3 to 4 tables along this wall. And yeah, there you go. Blu-ray, DVD sets with great deals on those. They had Hot Toys at prices. Basically, look how cheap those Hot Toys were. Man, those were a steal. Those prices are a steal. And there are the figures of other brands that you can find. And some Marvel. So it was great to have Retrospace come out to this year's event. So the great thing about the show is that not only do you get your retailers coming in, but you also get a lot of just independent vendors, just people who have their own collections and wanting to sell some of it in order to buy either some more or just make space in general in their collections. And so yeah, this guy in particular, I always see him at a lot of the shows that are around. I actually picked up a while ago most of the original Star Trek figures from him that I still have in my collection, and he's always got Star Trek and a whole lot of different types of action figures. Next up, we had the crew out from the Care Bear Ferry to come out, and they had a whole ton of Care Bears for sale. It was awesome to see them. So yeah, if you want your Care Bear fix, this was the place to be. Now there are a few vendors at this event who have traveled from far, and this is Fletcher Stables. She is one of them. Fletcher Stables is a vendor who comes all the way from the windy capital of Wellington, New Zealand, and so she has a whole ton of things going on her table. She's also present on her Facebook page, and she's constantly always putting great sales up. So if you ever check Facebook out, have a look for Fletcher Stables. She has some awesome deals and awesome things for sale, a lot of loose figures. And by any chance, if you ever catch up with her at these shows, she's always a good sucker for a nice blue V, so you can always butter her up with a blue V if you want a good deal. And here she is right here. It's Vanessa. So Vanessa from Fletcher Stables in Wellington. The retro event also had a free photo booth from Insta Booth New Zealand. Could have taken a photo, and also you got an opportunity to take a photo with this beauty here from Knight Rider with Kit. And also on the other side we had the DeLorean Back to the Future. So fantastic photo ops with these beauties. I think Michael J. Fox would agree. There you go. And just like last year, we had a gaming corner run by the New Zealand Retro Gamers, where you can just sit down and have a game. All games are free. We also had the Super Mario Kart Challenge, where there was a competition to see who had the fastest lap. And also in this gaming corner we had Anton's PC boy, a lot of old systems. Man, I used to have one of those. And a lot of the old games. We also had Drew's BA Gaming, Badass Gaming, so a lot of Nintendos. We also had the crew out from Acricade. I hope I said that right. Man, they used to have these at the airport back in the days. You sit down and play them. But as you went on, it was just Game Central on that side of the wall for sure. And look how popular they are. Just always full of people just having a look at everything. This store had a bit of everything. It had games, DVDs, had action figures, those cardboard cutouts in the back were for sale also. So this pretty much was the Gaming Central side of the hall. But it had a little bit of everything. Some Austin Power there. Had some Austin Power action figures also. And Furbies. There were a box of Furbies there. And just to round up just the end of the side walls, we came out to the bottom here. We had like board games. Funko Pops. And Marvel Legends. There was just DVD sets and games, pins, wrestling. They had the lot. So that's all the vendors on the exterior wall. Let's head to section 22 and have a look. And here's the first table here on section 22, and that is Moon Sugar Merchant. And they have tons of 80s and 90s accessories, just a whole bunch, lots in the tubs, and earrings also. So yeah, heaps on this booth. They got books also available. Another awesome vendor. Now you can't go wrong with having chocolate and sweets on your table. This vendor here is a very talented gentleman by the name of Morgan Poi, and he does a lot of custom t-shirts, and his company is under Poison Ink Printing. And I've got him in light blue, well, sky blue and yellow, because the man is from my old high school, Mount Albert Grammar. So represent to hardship to glory, brother. Look at all this retro event merch. We should have asked Errol if you bought one. Maybe Errol will let you in free if you wear it to next year's event. Come on, Errol, you can do it. And just on the side here, we have Doris. Doris was doing face painting for $5, and she is so talented. So yeah, there you go, Doris. What an awesome table. Our next one up is Alex from Land Limited. I hope I said that right. I actually hope this is right, because there might have been a lot of cancellations, but this was actually on the program, and his table, so he had a lot of custom wooden toys. And that is section 22. Let's check out the other side. Okay, that was section 22. We are off now to section 20 here on our Lego floor plan. And there you go. This is just a whole ton of different variety of things to pick up, from mugs. I was having a look at those horses. They look pretty good. I wish they had like 1/12 scale, but most of those ones were actually 1/6 scale for 12-inch figures. He had this set of Doctor Who, and yeah, just as I came along, somebody was buying that. On the bottom here is the Doctor number 4, I believe. Is Mr. Baker. And on this side, correct me if I'm wrong, but according to the floor plan, this is Senil's table. And didn't see the man this year, but I'm guessing you sent the kids instead, Senil. So he's awesome. He always has great deals, and he's a big heart and a lot of good deals. So just on this side, plenty of Transformers today. Plenty of Transformers. And this was a collectibles. And he had Marvel, Hot Toys, and Hot Wheels, and Transformers, along with some wrestling. So a whole ton of things. Ooh, the McFarlane. That's the man himself. Plenty of DVDs, Mario plushes, board games. Those Asterix books caught my eye, to tell you the truth. And we also have here Littlest Pet Shop collectibles, and a range of things also. Well, especially I was looking at those Scooby-Doo plushes too. Looked awesome. And just had books also, and just on the left. And to round out section 20, we have Fitianga Comics collectibles. So Bram and the crew always come strong with all his comics and tubs of loose figures. And so yeah, always a deal to be had with Bram. So I hope everyone was able to grab something from him. But honestly, there's so much more to come. This is probably going to be the end of part 1 of this retro event. Still got a whole bunch of sections to go, and I'll catch you later. Stay tuned. Let's go.